This is Lloyd Hopkins. We are back inside the Teacher's Lounge. Let's jump back into the conversation. If you could implement one major change for the Arizona public system, what would it be?
I would probably say to teach empathy. I think some of our kids lack it, and I think that if they could learn how to be empathetic and care about it, care about other people, care about animals, things like that, I think that would be my biggest thing that I would want to change. Would be that would actually be something that would be in the curriculum. Would be empathy.
Empathetic classrooms. I'm preaching that every day. If we can create empathetic classrooms. Actually, what I think should really happen this year, year 2020, with so much going on, we should throw out grades this year and make this entire year about emotional intelligence, getting to know each other, dealing with our mental health, teaching kids how to be outside again, giving teachers the opportunity to engage their communities in some unique ways. Because this is also a time for healing. So I would love if schools would take this opportunity to do some of that, because it's kind of unfair. It's kind of putting you all in an unfair position that now they're going to come back to you and say, okay, now you got to teach. Like, you're trying to manage technology, and and also you have your own stuff you're going through just personally trying to adjust. And then in that, the school system's still going to come to you and say, well, here's a test your kids need to pass.
Right.
You're still trying to figure this thing out, so I think that would be phenomenal if that was able to happen, but who am I? I'm just one guy on a podcast talking to amazing teachers. So what outside support would you like to receive in order to help you as a teacher?
Trying to think. I think it'd be awesome if just, parents would be a little bit more, maybe they would I don't say not all parents, because most parents do back up teachers, but, just those few that, don't ever answer the phone or for whatever reason, if maybe they could just, get a little bit more involved, it'd be awesome. Because, if you have the parents involved and you're involved and you guys have a close connection, then the kid will succeed. I mean, he really will, or she really will. And I just feel like, the parents need to also kind of be in, and I'm sure they are more now than they've ever been, because their kid is at home in front of them. And
oh yeah, you're going to probably be careful what you wish for this year.
I know, right?
Parents are going to be super involved this year. You're going to be like, hold on, I need you to back up 10 feet. Let me teach the class, So that's right. So that's not going to be a whole nother thing that you're going to be experiencing this year. But that's again, awesome. Maybe it creates a new normal, right? And it because I agree with you. I think it should be collaborative. I think better relationships need to be built on both sides between the education system and parents, because teachers aren't babysitters, and you also shouldn't have to be counselors and all the other things that you all have to deal with, and I think that if there is better relationship and collaboration and partnership built between the community that you serve at a school campus, where parents can get involved at a higher level. And that's going to vary, because different parents are in different situations. Some parents work 2 jobs, but maybe that parent can maybe give an hour a week to grade papers, So we also got to give them ways to engage and interact that they're comfortable with and that fits their life as well, but maybe this moment creates the opportunity to think about that and really explore how can we build better relationship, on both sides. So yeah. Elizabeth, it's been fantastic talking with you. Again, I'm a fan. I think you're doing amazing work. The heart you have for your kids and the community that you're serving, it's demonstrated from the effort that you put in just reaching out to us to make sure all your kids had what they needed. You didn't have to do that, and you did, and so I applaud you. I salute you. I give you your flowers, right here, and let you know that you're doing amazing work. and you're recognized, you know, and you're just one of the amazing teachers out here that's doing that kind of stuff, you know. So I thank you for being a teacher, being in the profession, and doing the great work that you do every single day. One thing I try to do when I wrap these up is I give the teacher an opportunity for an ask. Like if you have one big ask to the community, to parents, to other teachers. So if you had an ask, what would that ask be?
Kind of put me on the spot here. Let me think. I think my biggest ask would be good question. I think it'd be how can we, as teachers, how could we better assist your kid? If they could let us know what we need to do to help them get online, to help them, you know, use their codes or whatever it is. What do we need to do to make sure that your kid is online and learning this year and
So
engaged
talk.
in the classroom? Yes.
Yeah, so talk, speak up, be vocal, and create dialogue. It's a two-way street, you know. We can't work together and we can't problem solve together if we don't talk and we don't acknowledge what the problems are. My ask to anybody listening to this is that I think this is a year, like I mentioned in this conversation, for us to start having some conversations about how do we reimagine education? How do we reimagine this system? How do we reconfigure budgets so we can bring our system into the future? Because we are moving into the future, you know, and anything that doesn't adapt or evolve, you know, is in a real threat of ceasing to exist, you know, or ceasing to not have an impact. So I think this is I want to see us as a community take this moment to really start having those conversations and really start reimagining how this works and how this looks. My second ask for anybody listening to this is to make sure you look up Miss Elizabeth White. She teaches at Kings Ridge School on Donors Choose. So if she has a Donors Choose page and she has a wish for her class, grant her wish. You know, whatever's on there, buy it, donate it, get it to her. So look up Elizabeth White at Kings Ridge Preparatory Academy in Phoenix, Arizona on Donors Choose and get her whatever she needs.
Thank you.
Elizabeth, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on the Teachers Lounge podcast and sharing your unique background and skills. Anybody listening, don't forget to follow Million Dollar Teacher Project to help make a difference in the lives of educators. We support students by supporting teachers. Join us again next week when we continue to talk to teachers about retention and recruitment in the state of Arizona. You can follow us on social media, on all social media platforms at Million Dollar Teacher Project. Again, that's at M as in million, D as in dollar, T as in teacher project, at MDT Project. And you can also, don't forget to subscribe to this podcast on whatever platform that you listen to podcasts on, so you can get more insight from amazing educators like Miss White here today. I want to thank you all for listening. Thank you again, Miss White. I hope you all have a great, great, great day, evening, morning, whenever you're listening to it. Have a great day and do something meaningful. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.